Alright, today I want to show you a project that could potentially be the biggest military simulation game ever created. Now, keep in mind, I like to show you cutting-edge, unproven concepts and technology. And this seems almost too good to be true, but at the same time, I have been covering a lot of technology that does the things that this game is claiming to be able to do when it launches. So I know that what they're talking about will be possible in the near future. It's just a matter of whether it's going to be this project or someone else. With that said, welcome to the project called Track While Scan. This is a massive military simulation game that is set on an entire planet where you will have infantry, aircraft, naval assets, and all sorts of other military equipment engaged in an ongoing global scale war. Imagine a game like Arma or a game like Squad, but instead of it just being 100 players in a single server, it is an entire massively multiplayer game set across an entire planet. This means that you can actually have realistic operations that you wouldn't normally be able to have with even games like Arma. As you guys know, some of these jets fly at Mach 1, 2, 3, meaning that they can cross a map from Arma or Squad in a fraction of a second. This means that you can't really have realistic airborne operations or other things that need that scale in order to have a realistic simulation of how those assets would be used in actual warfare. Well, if you have a planet-sized, massively multiplayer military simulation game, you can do those things. Imagine something like DCS, but with the infantry combat of Squad. And for those of you who are saying that a massive world-scale MMO is impossible, I would like to point you to Microsoft Flight Simulator, which recently has put in some incredible work building global environments for you to play on. Now, I do understand that Microsoft Flight Simulator is just about aircraft, but my point is that this technology is evolving rapidly. We've already seen games like Star Citizen, No Man's Sky, and many other games have entire planets with both infantry, aircraft, in addition to ground vehicle and naval gameplay. So, can a military simulation game do all of those things? Absolutely. Again, is it going to be this game? I'm not entirely sure, but I do think that this idea will be pulled off at some point. Now, all of the footage that you are currently seeing does say that it is in-game. As I understand it, this project is going to be using Unreal Engine 5. We haven't seen any infantry gameplay yet, but I believe that they already have a lot of the technology for not just the entire planet, but also things like their aircraft or other gameplay mechanics outside of first-person shooter mechanics actually working in-game. So I'm assuming when it says in-game footage, you're possibly seeing more of the flight simulator component of this game, since the infantry component hasn't been showcased yet. So besides that, I want to know your thoughts. Is this something that you're interested in? Would you like to see a global scale military simulation game? Now, there actually are already global scale military simulators out there, but they're primarily used for training purposes. I've covered some games in the past like Titan IM and even VBS Blue, which was the military simulation game used for training based off of Arma, but licensed exclusively to the armed forces, which also has global scale environments. So this tech does exist, but will it be a game? I want to know your thoughts. Let me know down below. Is this something that you want to see? Is this something you're going to be following? And if you want to keep track of other cool stuff like this, make sure you press that subscribe button. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.